What's going on today, YouTubers? Welcome to another edition of Walking Reviews. Today we're going to be taking a look at a production knife, and this is also going to be the next knife that's going to be given away. So let's go ahead and talk about this new Kizer Vanguard series knife. This is the Velox 2. Like I said, it's the newest addition to the Kizer Vanguard series of knife. Which is basically they take one of their more expensive titanium knives and they make it with a little bit more budget-friendly materials and then release it at a budget price. So the specs, we have about a 3.4 inch blade of VG10 steel, and it has been done in a very nice drop point with almost like the tiniest little bit of a, I don't know if that's just because the grind is like that or what, but almost the tiniest little bit of a recurve there. I guess not. Maybe that's just my eye seeing that. Anyway, so nice drop point design, machine satin finish. It does have a really nice hollow grind on there and a top swedge to give it a very aggressive appearance. It almost looks like a spear point blade, but it's actually drop point. On this side you can see we have Kizer's logo, the steel, and then their long ass number designation, and on this side we have the name Velox 2. I like, as far as branded knives go, I like Kizer's fairly sterile blade approach. I think their laser etched logo is tasteful and it's not too big, and on the opposite side you just get the name and that's it, and they keep it fairly small. Some knife companies tend to go for like that billboard effect, and I just think that's fucking awful. You know, you're paying for a knife, not an advertisement. So anyways, the handles are 4.4 inches. So really good blade to handle ratio. The exact length is 3.375 and 4.375. So really good blade to handle ratio. Obviously it's a liner lock, stainless steel liners. This is a G10 handle scales, and they've taken the extra time to go ahead and give you some machining there. That's good for tactility, but I mean really this is extremely grippy G10 anyway, so I'd say that's more an aesthetic nod than anything else. This does run on caged bearings, and it is a flipper. I'm a big fan of this flipper design. I like how low profile it is and that it's hidden when the blade is open. There are some design choices that could have been made, I think, a little bit better, that would have made this knife even better than it is. The jimping on the flipper tab, it's not the most effective, and since it's not super rounded, and if you're used to flipping like normal flipper knives, you're going to want to pull down on this. It will hurt your finger when your finger slips off there. So you want to do your best to use this as like a push button, or if you are pulling back, just make sure you're pressing down hard enough so that your finger doesn't slip off, because again that will give you some pain, and I learned that the hard way. This does run on caged bearings. They are in a plastic cage, and I think the bearings were stainless steel this time. On one of the previous Vanguards they were actually ceramic bearings, but if I recall correctly, on this one I did have it apart. I think it was stainless bearings. So there's your lockup. This is a fairly beefy knife with nice thick stout liners. So I think this could easily be pressed into a harder use than just general everyday stuff. It's also got decent thickness on the blade stock. There's no blade wiggle in any direction, so that's good. Let's see the centering here. Centering's pretty good. It has the appearance of being off to the show side, but I think that might just be because of how the liners are built. See, there's like that gap there where they have the cutout for the liner. Yeah, I think, yeah, that looks pretty good to me. Flow-through design. We have stainless steel standoffs. Fairly simple construction, just the two standoffs and then the pivot screw. So if you do want to take this apart, it's pretty easy. Let's see, what else? It has a very nice look when it's open, because it doesn't have that flipper tab jumping out, and it's ergonomically comfortable to hold. It's a little, it's a little fat down here and a little skinny, so it kind of feels, it can feel a little awkward depending on how hard you're gripping it. But in just a relaxed grip, very comfortable. Good in the pinch grip, obviously. This G10 is, like I said, it's really nicely textured. It's not going to rip up your jeans or anything or your pants, but it's good enough that you'll feel it in your hand, so you know it's not going anywhere. Pocket clip is a stainless steel spring clip, and they did the added work of milling out a hole there. So it carries fairly nice, just, you know, maybe 1/4 of an inch sticking up on the bottom. As far as weight goes, we are looking at about 4.2 ounces. And for a knife this size, you know, you're approaching 3.5 inch blade length. I'd say 4.2 ounces is pretty good. Obviously I'd prefer lighter, but you know, whatever. That's just me. 4.2 ounces is plenty light for a knife this size, I think. The flipping action is nice and snappy. This isn't a fall closed kind of knife. Obviously, you know, it takes some doing to get it to shut. But I think that's mostly due to the detent being fairly strong, because this does feel smooth when I flip it open, so it's probably just the strength of the detent. Yeah, I mean, that's about it. Let's see, can I give this knife any dings? Besides the flipper tab needing to be improved, in my opinion, as far as the jimping goes, there's not a lot I would improve. I would love to see them do a premium. I know obviously this is the Vanguard series, so it's not supposed to be premium, but the higher priced version of this knife was a titanium frame lock. I would love them to do another liner lock version, but with, say, like carbon fiber, and maybe like M390 blade steel, and maybe work out some of the issues with the detent being that strong and with the flipper tab, because I think that would be a tremendous. I really like this design. It's easy to carry. I love the low profile flipper tab. I think more makers should work on dialing down how giant their flipper tabs are. So definitely kudos to Kizer for that, or at least to the designer. Yeah, so a very nice design, very well executed, and for the price, these Vanguard knives are coming in under $100. So I think this one was like 80 bucks, maybe. It was between 70 and 80 bucks. So fairly inexpensive to anybody who wants to give it a shot as far as the design goes. Yeah, that's about it. All right, so this is going to be our next giveaway knife, as I mentioned in the beginning. We'll do the same format for this giveaway as we did for the previous one. So go ahead and just comment. Everyone who subscribed can go ahead and comment on this video, and I will do a drawing next week. I'll put the exact date of the end of the contest in the description of the video, because I haven't exactly decided. I would like to make this less than a week because I got this video out so late, but we'll see. Alright guys, good luck as far as the giveaway is concerned, and as far as the review is concerned. Another great job by Kizer and their Vanguard series. They're putting out interesting designs at budget prices, and they're making them well. You know, this isn't just cheaply slapped together garbage. You know, obviously this took a little bit of time to get the fit and finish nicely done. And as far as I've owned, I think, 4 of the Vanguard series now, and they've all been really nice as far as the fit and finish goes. So, all right, guys, I will have another review video coming up shortly on an awesome knife that I just got. It won't be a Thorburn this time, I promise, although I do have another one to review. So stay tuned for that, and good luck with the giveaway. All right, guys, take it easy.